is joining us. This is map 1 between Team 1 and Phanton Troupe. The first map is the pick of the Phantom Squadron, and so they will be starting on the T side as a result. 5 USPs, a smoke for mobs, and a kit. Actually, yeah, 5 USPs, excuse me, I got a little bit confused there. And a kit as well. Very standard investment here on the CT side. Flash for JT and a flash for Freshie as well. It's a super soldier setup with the P250, but that doesn't matter, at least not nearly going. As Team 1 shutting it down, a pair of kills thus far and a lot of damage to 2 others. Nice and JT both quite low, quite squishy at 22 and 32 respectively. The only person with any HP was taken down immediately. CASA finds a second, IDK the third and final. Easy victory for Team 1 as they shut it down completely. Very solid start for Team 1 on this CT side. You would expect them to have the advantage here. This map is typically considered to be CT-sided, but especially with an opening like that, it's a dominance, I would say. You wouldn't expect something that dominant in the early goings. It's largely down to those individual duels and the individual confidence from Team 1 there to win those duels at range. Phantom Troupe on a full save now. No bomb plant, no money in excess to invest. So they're on a save here. One flash. And a pop towards middle is the call, but they're already taking so much damage here. CASA with the M4 finds 2. TRK third with the MP9, harvesting that extra cash with the SMG, and IDK chips in there in the end as well. 2-0 clean start for Team 1. And they're not trifling with any sort of true bonus rounds here. Maluka going straight for the op here on the CT side. This is going to be a very interesting setup. It might catch Phantom Troupe out entirely. As you can tell, the Phantom Troupe side, their buy isn't ideal, I would say. They're lacking a bit. They have 4 AKs, they have a Galil, they have enough utility, but will they expect the op here, given the fact that it was a clean, flawless victory for Team 1 in the round prior? I don't think so. I don't think they will. That means Maluka should have a nice, easy opening here towards top middle. Cryptic double nade goes his way. He actually survives with quite a bit of HP. Maluka, though, he finds Florence instead, peeking up top middle on the left side. Cryptic now lurking forward, finds the trade. The op is only good for 1. The novelty does not net a multi-kill. And now Cryptic's being flashed in. Good team play, good utility from Phantom Troupe as they find a second. IDK, though, finds a quick trade in response. Question is, can he survive here? 15 HP, makes that 11 after a tick of fire damage, and that second Molotov actually forces him out. No. He'll just sit in the smoke instead. 3 versus 3. As things begin to slow down. Mobs, though, wants the information. With the FAMAS, he'll hit the headshot. A clean shot from him. Pristine. To find that player towards the bottom middle, it's just JT and Freshie. 100 HP on each of them. They have some utility as well, but they're going to walk into this B site. It's a contact play. Only one player sits here and defends. It's Mobs with that FAMAS. We know how dangerous he is with it. And they're not looking in his direction. He's towards the bench. He's just playing contact. He'll hear the drop. And now he'll strike. 1 kill, get netted. A second possibility as well. JT, his steps are heard, and the FAMAS sings. Mobs MD, I'm not sure how he does it. It is normally a very fickle weapon to use, but he makes it shine in that round. The bonus, if you want to call it that, for Team 1 does pay off. They don't recover the op, but they do win the round with 3 players alive, which is a rather convincing victory here. Only 2 players have fallen at this point, and those were players that fell in the round prior. Maluka and CASA both fell in the round prior, but no problem reinvesting here. The fact that they've lost so few players thus far in the game means their economy is quite good on the CT side. Phantom Troupe, on the other side of the equation, don't fare nearly as well. They're on pistols, 3 Deagles, 2 P250s, a little bit of utility sprinkled in, and 1 set of Kevlar, sure. But they struggle with rifles in the round prior. What makes them think the Deagles will do any better? It's a slow one. Phantom Troupe is hoping someone walks into the angles. Again, it's kind of that Brazilian style of Counter-Strike. You get aggressive, but it's calculated. You have to be ready with it, and you have to be fast on the shot if you want to shut down one of these Team 1 players. So, Phantom Troupe are just biding their time in hopes of someone springing a trap here. No one really is, though. Nade towards that middle is perfectly timed. He is caught by the Deagle on the cross shore, but he'll still net a couple. IDK finding 1, and Maluka the second with that nade. The Deagle of Freshie does some good damage on the way out, but it does not net the kill, and Freshie and Florence, now JT as well, all fall by the wayside. No impact again. Team 1. This is a dominant start. 4-0, sure. The scoreline's already looking rather lackluster for Phantom Troupe, I think is the term I would use, but not irrecoverable. When you look at the stats, the kills, or the sheer lack thereof, Cryptic's the only one on the board for Phantom Troupe. He got 2 kills on the rifle round. That's it. No one else has gotten a kill on Phantom Troupe. That means Team 1's economy is already running rampant on the CT side. It means they have whatever they need, and Phantom Troupe are perpetually stuck behind them. There is an op on Florence, finally. He is lacking utility, but he has the big green to challenge the likes of Maluka. Maluka, he's comfortable. He's ready to take some risks here. Team 1 justifiably so as well. They found so much success, no reason to not continue to push the envelope. Cryptic again is on the board. Freshie a second. Okay, now Phantom Troupe are finding their groove. Now they're finding the right peaks. Now they're expecting the right aggression. They do finally call out this Team 1 aggressive play style. And the question is, can they continue to find success? Florence and Cryptic are low, as is Nice, but the 2-man advantage, surely they can't punt this one away. Nice flashes out, tags one, gets the information. Phantom Troupe showing some solid team play here towards middle. Good smoke from Florence for the cross. Get his teammate out of dodge. 50 seconds left. There is still a smoke. There is some Molotovs for Phantom Troupe to work with. Where are they going to go, though? The B side is technically open. Mobs is the only one even near. He's towards Catwalk. He could pester them on the way in, but realistically, he should not be getting more than 1 or 2. If he gets 3, he finds a way for his team back into it. Freshie's the one taking point once again. Florence is the one following up second. I say that, they kind of begin to group, and Team 1 noticing a complete lack of contact. They're going to rotate around. They're going to gamble stack. 2 players are here towards B, and they've made the right decision. Trying to jump out as Cryptic. He's caught by Mobs, and here we go. This might be what unfolds. It Mobs a second. Freshie finds a trade, but IDK is now here to support. He'll find one before he's done. TRK now in the 1v2. He throws them all to try to stop the plant. It will get smoked off, but he finds one in the meanwhile. JT will get the plant, but now in the 1v2, or 1v1, excuse me, he has to reload, and that gives away his positioning. TRK could find this clutch. Somehow, Team 1 have made this doable. JT, a bit paranoid, peeking back and forth, wants to make room, but that's exactly what TRK is expecting. TRK peeks the angle, finds the frag, and Team 1 continue to dominate this game. 5-0. Phantom Troupe beginning to wake up, beginning to find those opening kills as they should, but they still have yet to find a round victory. Cryptic finding one in that round. JT finding one as well, and Freshie a pair. But in the end, they can't pull it together. It was a 5 versus 3 at one point. But Team 1 made the right read, went for the right gamble play towards B, and they are rewarded for it. No question about the investment for Team 1 here. Still full rifle, still full utility, still the op on Maluka. Phantom Troupe, though, with their loss bonus, they have a very similar investment. Florence has that op, Freshie is AK as well, and Phantom Troupe, they have made the adjustment. They found the 2 opening kills in the round prior. They find it yet again here, and this time it's far more clean. No one takes any damage from any utility, from any peaks, and that is a far better, far more desirable situation for Phantom Troupe to be in. Mobs knows the pressure's on, knows he has to go for some contact plays, but he can't find the kill. It's the A4 as well, important to note. We haven't seen an M4 A4 in quite a while. Honestly, I love to see it. I'm interested to see how it pans out, and there we go. That's why you don't use it. Nice is the one to win that duel through the post there. And now Phantom Troupe grouping up towards A are going to go in. There's one player up close, TRK. What can he do in this corner? He can do a lot. Auto Director not wanting to throw me any of it. Freshie will find the trade, sure. But TRK did at least make this round a costly one. IDK now 1v3. He's coming up the connector. The issue is Florence is posted on the angle from Palace. IDK peeks at the right time, gets a lot of damage in, but doesn't get the kill. He does. The nade finishes him off, but the combined fire from Freshie and Nice is enough to get the job done. Can Nice recover the op? Yes, he can. It's an expensive round for Phantom Troupe, but it's a round nonetheless, and the first is always the hardest. 5-1. Team 1 still a sizable lead, and again, still some money in the coffers to work with. Phantom Troupe, they lose this round, they're going to be reset. They have fully reinvested, as you can tell. 4 AKs and op, a good utility. Good enough, at least. Team 1, the cracks are beginning to show. These last couple rounds have been costly. They have a FAMAS on TRK, but they still have that op on Maluka. They have a kid as well. Doesn't have to cover their bases, but still, they are on the cusp of being reset as well. Mob is pushing middle, calculated aggression. He finds one, but then he's traded. Maluka with the op, claps back, trades out his teammate, albeit with a bit of delay. So Team 1 resurge, reform with the advantage. There we go. That's the term I'm looking for. 4 versus 3. Phantom Troupe don't have a lot of utility to work with. 2 flashes, a smoke, a nade. Cryptic's gonna have to be massive on this lurk towards the middle. The issue is he's being watched for those 2 players towards the connector. One's towards stairs watching A, and one's actually in the connector waiting for any sort of aggression. Cryptic, if he tries to peek this, I don't think this is a duel he wins. He tries to go for the peek, he's caught immediately. Pesa wins that duel rather cleanly as well. 2 versus 4 for Freshie and Florence. The op and the AK, 1 Molotov, a flash, and a smoke between them. And realistically, all you can say is a dream at this point. Freshie at the catwalk does find a timing, sprays down 1. He's immediately double peeked in response, though. Team 1 are already set up with the protocols in mind, and the off angle from IDK is more than enough to get the job done in the 1v4. He'll grab the op as well. It's a double op setup secured for Team 1, and there's a pause immediately called by Phantom Troupe, I'm assuming here. Could go check the logs, but I think it's safe to assume in this situation that it is Phantom Troupe. Their economy has more or less been reset, and they are down the hole by quite a ways. Team 1 now leading by 5 rounds. They do need to get the ball rolling here. They need to have some sort of secret inside scoop to give them an advantage, whether it's a quirky strategy, whether it's a read from the plays from Team 1. They need to have something. The issue is Team 1 are aggressive, but they're not aggressive in a uniform way. They'll pressure towards the A ramp. They'll pressure top middle as they did in the round prior. They'll pressure underpass with an op of all weapons. They're very dynamic in the way they aggress, and they're still very calculated in the way they aggress. And that means it's very hard to exploit that aggression. And so Phantom Troupe, obviously, kind of running out of ideas. They have to have a brainstorm meeting there in the tactical pause. Smoke top middle, it is a half buy for the T side. 3 Tech 9s, 2 Deagles, and some utility. And Phantom Troupe, they're not going to trifle with the default here. I kind of respect the play, especially on the half buy. Experiment, try something different. It's going to be a B play. Smokes get thrown over as a flash. IDK, though, that double up setup I mentioned before is already in place. He'll find one. He'll find a second on the player jumping over. Another on the player falling. That is a sensational shot. Well done from IDK to shut it down with the op of all weapons. A 4th secured from Mobs. He will fall, sure, but it leaves Nice in the 1v4. This is just simply an unwinnable situation for him. All the players are posted up. The bomb is dropped, and a second would be a dream. He finds that not the 3rd TRK with the one-way is the insurance policy. The double op will be maintained, and Team 1 continue their win streak. Nice. Or Nice, excuse me. I keep on forgetting. Nice finding a nice shot there. At least taking down a second into the round, but very far cry from an actual victory. 7-1, Team 1 on the cusp of guaranteeing themselves an advantage going into the second half. They have the double op. They have the M4s, including that A4 on TRK. Phantom Troupe, another crack at it, though. An op and some AKs, and that's the luck they need. Through the smoke, Florence will drop Maluka jumping out. That's one of the 2 ops taken down, and that is a big advantage that Phantom Troupe cannot afford to let go to the wayside. They need to exploit this. If they don't, then I'm already questioning this first half and this map by extension. Smoke from JT. That's the window smoke. In the meanwhile, the Phantom Troupe are looking to go towards A. 3 players posted in the ramp. The issue is as a crossfire established, TRK and Pesa are both here. TRK into the balcony, Pesa at the sandwich area, and he will swing off contact, I'm certain of it. Molly goes for TRK, and Pesa will just hold here. They walk right into his crossfire. He'll find the first. The issue is he's now stuck. He's half thrown in. That's a lot of damage. Lots of damage as Team 1 bully these players at the choke. Point 3 now kind of just stuck in no man's land towards Tetris. Pesa is 1 crossing. Freshie will find the trade, sure, but Team 1 are set up for success at this point. They have the rotations in. They have the read, and they have the shutdown as well. Left-handed peek for Florence is not favored in that situation. Nice will find 1, sure, but Mobs shuts it down. He's rotated in. He's the raid boss with the A1S. He'll find a nice double kill to close things out. 8-1. Team 1 continuing their dominant performance thus far on Mirage. And keep in mind, this is the map pick of Phantom Troupe. This is the map they wanted to play on. And they are truly struggling. Smoke down for the lurk out A ramp. Phantom Troupe, what is the play here? 1 player is investing. Nice not on the same page as the squad. Everybody else on pistols. 2 Tech 9s, 2 Deagles. Mobs again, aggressing. He only does it once in a blue moon towards the apartments, and it will again pay off. He catches Florence for free, up close and personal. Second player at bat, nice. Nisei with the AK is tagged down to a poultry too. And it looks like Phanton Troupe will indeed elect to go towards B, but they're already being bullied in. They haven't even been spotted as of yet, but still the nades already make them second guess their play. They have pulled the rotation. The question is, can they rotate quickly enough? I don't think so. Freshy's going to slowly regress with that AK. He wants to find something. In the meanwhile, Phantom Troupe are just slowly poking and prodding. They're slowly getting more map control, hoping to find something, but they haven't really found much of anything. CASA and Mobs trying to kill a piece. Freshy, he does find some inroads over towards B, but there's still 2 more defenders. Make that 3 and 4 rotating in now. It's Freshy and JT both in the apartments, both trying to find something, and the jump up spots one. And the player dropping is quickly heard and snuffed out as well. Team 1, 9-1. As 10, 11, 12, 14 even is a possibility at this stage. As we have a second pause called. This is likely from Phantom Troupe once again. Yes, it is. It's definitely a technical issue. Cryptic has timed out. And immediately reconnected. Okay, I thought it was going to be a longer issue. We've had long tech pauses for him before, but he looks okay. Pause should end here shortly. I swear Cryptic had 3 kills. Oh, he timed out. That's considered a suicide in the game. So it takes away a kill from you. That makes sense. What is the investment for both teams? Nice. Nisei struggling. A Galil in hand. Smoke Molotov is the only utility he has. Everybody else on his team is able to fully buy. 3 AKs and an op for Florence. Florence has been struggling in this game. As has JT. 2 for him. 2 for Florence, I should say, and 1 for JT. Team 1, no question about their investments. Always going to be a full buy here. 2 M4A4s, 1 A1S, an AK, and an op. And Mob's aggression. I like the KZ jump in towards the ladder. He'll pressure in and find Nisei for free. Team flash from JT. That was a very nice opening to find Florence. A little bit of tech there, flashing in towards the ramp for his teammate. But the bulk of this Team 1 aggression is indeed coming towards middle, not towards A. Jump boosts out. Mobs is here in the window, just sitting on top of those bricks. His feet are spotted. That's unfortunate for him. Timing is in favor of Freshy there. Good shot from Freshy. So we're at even footing. Minute left in the round. Phantom Troupe. No real direction, though, in this one, and they just missed the smoke window. That's unfortunate. Looks like A is on the docket, though. We have 1 player lurking. That's JT towards the middle. He's under in the connector. He's already been bullied in by utility as well. Team 1's utility has been quite impeccable here on the CT side. A lot of utility damage, a lot of good flashes, a lot of solid Molotovs as well. And people now slowly begin to inch their way out of a good nade once again. Again, the utility bullying in this T side. JT will get up the connector without much fuss. That's because Team 1 are letting them. Team 1 playing far more passive. Pesa on the side. He's going to find at least the bomb planter here. There we go. Finds it. A second possibility. It's Cryptic instead to get the trade, but takes a lot of damage for it. 3 versus 3, and Phantom Troupe, I just don't think they have the HP here. Maluka swinging in. He has caught that. It's a bit of an oversight. Now IDK and TRK have to pick up the pieces. All the players are lit. The question is, can they connect the shots, or will they get caught in the crossfire? That's a very proactive rotation coming in from JT. I love the call. Florence finds TRK in the meanwhile. And that just leaves IDK. He's towards connector. He might consider saving this AK for the following. No, he's going to lurk out. Timing's everything here. Time is beginning to become a factor as well. He has to go for it. He's hoping to just find some exits, keep these players on the site. Cryptic is going to try and hunt him down, and he just takes contact. JT can quickly swing in, find the kill, and Phantom Troupe do it long last, find a second round. It took them a very, very long time to find it. Very long absence from the scoreboard, but they do find it at long last. The question is, can they find more? Did they have a read in that round, or did they just have some blind luck? Only time will tell. Op, 2 M4A1Ss, an M4A4, and a Deagle for Team 1, as their economy is beginning to crack. Phantom Troupe, a full buy AKs across the board, and the Op. Good utility as well. Team 1, pressure's beginning to mount. They have to find another victory to reset their economy, and they might have just found it. Again, calculated aggression, this time towards the apartments and towards the underpass. 3 kills going unanswered, as Cryptic is now trying to bail his team out. Cryptic, a nice pair. Needs more than that, though a third would make it truly feasible. Mobs, in the meanwhile, has recovered a rifle. That makes him far scarier. And Freshie, he's picked up the op of his teammate Florence. Cryptic, this is a perfect spot. Could very well catch IDK here in the ladder room. He's on low HP. IDK, those spots to the foot. They both bought each other, but the IDK is the one to win it. A nice spray down drops Cryptic as he drops from the balcony, and that just leaves it Freshie. 1v3. Op in hand. And again, so much to do here. TRK's post on the angle. He's gotten the spot. Doesn't quite hit the spray down, but he has the information. Freshie cannot cross to the site now. On 28 HP, what can he really do? Going to try and peek into it in hopes of forcing that player forward, but TRK is too quick with it. TRK will recover the op as well, and Team 1 have established double digits at the very least, 10-2. And again, this calculated aggression, this dynamic aggression from the CT side of Team 1 is proving to be too much for Phantom Troupe in this matchup thus far. I really did have some hope here coming into this one. Phantom Troupe did show some signs of promise against the likes of Made in Brazil, but they're struggling far more against the aggressive playstyle of Team 1. She's been catching them out mid-rotation, mid-protocol, etc. They just don't have the reaction time you would hope for. TRK, 1 for 1. Good trade from Nisei, and JT out of the palace does find one, but Maluka is quick with it on the response. The op finds Florence as well. Florence just can't quite hit the shot there. Gets the tag, but not the full-on kill. Will now, Freshie wants to do a lot. Pressuring forward. Good flash. He'll get one, but Mobs is rotated in the black lines. And while Freshie will find the second in towards the window, Mobs will find the trade. 11-2. Only 2 rounds remain in this first half. Team 1 have secured more than enough rounds to be happy. In fact, more than happy in this game. And they're going to continue to go for it. Continue to press. Phantom Troupe, what is the play? It looks like they're going to invest as best they can. It's a very depressing investment, I must say. 3 Galils, an AK, and a Deagle for Fresh. He's going to save for the op in the final, perhaps. Team 1 again, calculated aggression. This time with the FAMASs. It's towards the middle. A pair of players pressuring up with that flash. 1 kill, a second. Maluka, meanwhile, holding the underpass. It's 3 kills going unanswered, and that desperate force from Phantom Troupe has been dismantled in the blink of an eye. Mobs finds the 4th. It's Freshie, the Deagler, in towards the apartments. Leaves just nice. Nisei. 1v5. AK in hand, sure. So many players to find. He'll grab the bomb. What's he going to do with it? Pace is already in towards the palace. Okay, Nisei does win the first duel. But Team 1 are going to slowly suffocate him, slowly take away potential angles here. Maybe not. TRK will stick around top middle. The others just pointing towards the sights. TRK forced out. He's going to take the duel here with that FAMAS. Flash comes in. Nisei turns but can't get the flick quick enough. And even if he did, there was still a player in the back lines to take him down coming in through the apartments. Very well read and very well played from Team 1 in that round. Phantom Troupe have no choice but to go for another desperate investment. It is the final round of the half. They could find 3. I guess that gives them something to work with, but they'll still have to get they'll have to basically guarantee themselves a pistol round to have any shot in the second half at this stage. Up for Florence, a Galil and an AK surround him along with 2 MAC-10s, and well, Team 1, no question there as to what they have. It's rifles across the board with the op on Maluka. Good nade top middle once again. This nade utility has been absolutely instrumental towards Team 1's success. They just do so much damage before the duels can even be taken. Pace up at bottom middle. Only good for one. Mac 10 quickly trades him. Phanton Troupe do have something to work with now. It's 3 rifles and the op. Far better situation than they were in just a couple seconds before. Luka trying to support. Just playing passive with TRK. It's a default from Team 1. They don't want to give this one away. They don't want to give a duel to someone who's waiting. They know that they've gone aggressive before. They don't want to overdo that shtick. They don't want to give it away when they don't need to. Nisei's bottom middle. Hoping to find something. The player window peeks in. IDK whiffs the spray, though. I'm not sure what happened there. Nisei wins that duel as a result. And now Phanton Troupe have an advantage. They're going to continue over towards A, it appears. And Cryptic finds mobs towards the catwalk in the meanwhile. It's Maluka towards spawn to find one. TRK second from Palace. Freshie will find the trade. And Florence posting on the angle. Does it long last take down the rival. What is the investment from both sides? Kit smoke for Nisei, 4 sets of Kevlar to boot for Phantom Troupe. Team 1, more measured, 2 sets of utility. 4 flashes, 2 smokes between the IDK and Pesa. It's going to be a B pop, as you can tell. All 4, or I would say all of the squad, but 4/5 of the squad actually are heading over. Freshie with Phantom Troupe is getting aggressive. This is interesting. He's down middle. The pop is coming in. Florence and JT are here to defend. What can they really do here? That's the question. Mobs will jump out. It's JT to find the opening. Glocks up close, find a trade. Florence goes 1 for 1 as well. 3 versus 3. Neither team advantage. Cryptic, though, has rotated in, and he's found one more on the site, and he's still kicking as well. Freshie now rotating in on the catwalk is looking for more as well, and this just leaves IDK and Pace in a very difficult spot. Multiple angles to worry about. Cryptic seizes the day, finds one, and that leaves just Pace, or IDK, excuse me. 1v3. 2 players are tagged, but with no Kevlar, it's going to be difficult. He finds the first tagged player. Cryptic taken down. Still 2 more to find, though. Nisei on 14, and Freshie on full, but a Glock could undo him now with 1 swift headshot. 9 HP for IDK. He's going to rotate around. And they're not looking for it. He'll get the second player who was tagged. Or not tagged, excuse me. That leaves Nisei on 14 HP. It's a delicate dance now between the two. With 1 bullet will do it in either direction. And it's the Glock. IDK 1v3. And that really does summarize the game thus far. Team 1 absolutely outclassing their opponents. In this case, quite literally just IDK putting the team on his back. But in the rest of half number 1, it has been Team 1 across the board dominating the scoreboard. Look at their kills and deaths. Look at it compared to Phantom Troupe. Freshie trying to keep his team in it at 11. 4/5 of his adversaries, though. 4/5 of Team 1 are above that top frag of Phantom Troupe. Team 1 trouncing in this game thus far. AK, Galil, MP5 SD, and Mac 10s for Team 1. And Phantom Troupe are going for the investment. 2 Deagles, a 5-7. A Scout and MP9, and JT's Deagle has made its shot heard. He finds one, and he's still alive as well. He's going to stick around to the back of site. Team 1, they do have B site control, and they can get the bomb plant down, but these pistols at close range are going to be very scary. Maluka spams away for 1. The MP5 a belabored spray, but it will connect. Mobs finds the second. A Scout of Cryptic, though, wants to keep his team in it. Back to even footing yet again. 3 versus 3. As Florence throws the one way. And now it's kind of a stalemate, a standstill. Team 1 don't want to commit to the plant. They want to hope that somebody over-aggresses, and well, they might just get exactly that. Lots of damage exchanged back and forth. The Scout connects on IDK, and things become more and more feasible for either side as the seconds pass. Florence finally finds 1 trade from IDK. Again, still on even footing, but the Scout of Cryptic finds a second. So much impact from the little green zoomer. It's just the 1 now. It's Mobs. His teammate IDK pulled off the clutch in the round prior. Can he do it here and now? It'd be a 1v2. And he's found it. This is it. He finds the first kill. Does he expect the second to be in market? It doesn't seem like it. Nisei finds the timing. Oh my goodness. He nearly whiffs it. He will rein things in the end, though. Rein things in the end, excuse me. And secure a 4th for Phantom Troupe. A desperate force investment for the CT side does pay off, but only by the slimmest of margins. 1 player survives. 1 player brings a rifle into the following round. And Team 1, given their absolute lead right now of 9 rounds, They're going to go for the investment in response in hopes of quickly clapping back. 4 Deagles and a Scout. Very similar buy to that of Phantom Troupe in the round prior. Versus the full rifles, a Galil, 2 FAMASas, and 2 M4s for the CT side. Mobs lurking up with a Deagle. Can't quite hit the headshot. Will not find it either. On the repeat, it's Cryptic instead with the FAMAS to find the opening. And Florence as well is already through the palace. Phantom Troupe going for some very similar aggression to their adversaries from half number 1. Team 1. What is their play? What is their read? They'll smoke towards window. And they'll just group up towards middle. It's like a catwalk push is going to be the call. IDK will flash in for the team, for the squadron. And they'll go from there. Flash over. 2 players on B, though, are set up perfectly to stop this. They're passive back on the B site, as well as in towards the apartments. Auto director, he loves showing me none of it. Nisei, in towards the apartments, will support his teammate finding 1. Cryptic finds a second. He will be traded, sure, but we still have that player lurking in the apartments to worry about, and a second to support him as well. Phantom Troupe well poised to win this round. The question is, can they make it a clean victory with only 1 player falling? TRK on the site, though, with this FAMAS. He spotted the head there. I don't think he realized they don't find it another, though, nonetheless, towards the window. There's the head spotted, tapping away. Doesn't quite find the kill, but he does lots of damage, and this becomes more and more panicky for Phantom Troupe as the seconds pass. They will finish off TRK, but Maluka, he's still kicking with that scout. He'll find one of the bomb is planted for him as well. Low HP. Makes this all the more difficult, though, for the scouter. He'll get caught by Florence on the wide swing, and Phantom Troupe will secure a 5th. But these rounds have been incredibly costly. The bomb plant goes down for Team 1. That gives them some extra money to work with. Meanwhile, Phantom Troupe will have to again reinvest the majority of the funds gained into the following. IDK and the squad of Team 1. Going for the half buy. 3 Deagles, 2 Tech 9s, a little bit of utility. 1 set of Kevlar for TRK as well. Phantom Troupe not trifling with any other weapons any longer. It's going to be M4s across the board. Keep this round clean, build up that CT economy, and slowly begin to chip away at the lead built by Team 1. That's your only path forward. Take it 1 round at a time and build up that economic resiliency in case you do lose a round. Flashes come in, Team 1, just a straight play towards B. This player on backside is going to get bullied. It's Nisei. He's stuck. JT will find the trade, sure, but he might get mobbed down by the numbers as well. 4 versus 4. That rifle's not recovered, though. That makes things a little bit difficult here for the T side. Cryptic peeking in, finds 2. Pace and Dello, though, a very nice 1 dig in response. He's taking some lives here, making this round at least a little bit costly. A 3rd kill would be ideal. That would really hurt the CT economy. Florence, though, taps away Maluka, and that just leaves Pace towards the bench. Not a real dream in this one. Maybe a parting gift and a 1 dig, but no. That does not connect. Phantom Troupe beginning to whittle away. Still trailing by a significant margin of 7 rounds, but making it look more feasible and more feasible with every passing round. The issue is Team 1 are now going to make it very difficult. They're going to buy rifles. They're going to have their full investment, as you can tell. Phantom Troupe, what is the investment for them? It's going to be full M4s once again. No big green for Florence. And Team 1, they have one. It's on Maluka. He doesn't have head armor. He doesn't have utility, but he has the big green. That is an edge. That is an advantage, especially given how much success he's found with that weapon thus far. Phantom Troupe trying to go for the calculated aggression, and Mobs is reading it perfectly. Team 1, do it better. Holding for Cryptic. That's an easy first kill, an easy opening for him. Phantom Troupe already a man down in the very early goings of this game. Team 1 as well, voraciously getting control in the middle. Already have a majority of it. Phantom Troupe without that op, they really can't peek it from the window as blasé as they might like to. Pace and TRK finding another 2 kills before JT can find 1. It's a sizable advantage now for Team 1. They're going to go towards Catwalk. They're going to try to find JT here in towards the apartments. Will they? Not yet. JT finding a second. He'll fall away. Each passing kill makes things better for his squad. Fresh, he's expected. Very well done from IDK. Not sure how he found that one. JT now in the 1v3. Would require an ace here. He has been given a lot of information, but will he expect the player van? No, he won't. The timing's in favor of IDK. He's had a heck of a game thus far. Look at his kills. 21 for IDK and 21 for Mobs as well. Team 1, penultimate map point secured. Keep in mind, this is a best of 3. There is still hope for Phanton Troupe going forward. They could pull off the reverse sweep, but this is their map pick, so you do not want to lose that. 2 M4s, a FAMAS, an MP9, and a 5.7 for Phantom Troupe. They do go for the investment. Team 1, they're struggling a bit as well, as you can tell. They have the op still. They have 3 AKs, but they have a MAC 10 on Mob. That's less than ideal. Aggression from the pistol middle. Phantom Troupe trying to take the direct approach here, and it's not paying off. CASA and TRK find 1 apiece. Florence will find 1 trade, but Mobs quickly claps back with a kill onto JT. And just leaves the 1 on Catwalk and the 1 towards A. And as I say that, the player Catwalk is dispatched. Just Freshie. He's towards A. He has an M4, no utility, no kit. And a very large disadvantage in this one in terms of man count. 1v4 at this point, I think he should consider saving. In fact, I think he already is going to go for the save. Bomb's going to go towards B, I'm certain of it. The issue is Freshie's likely going to be hunted down by that MAC 10. I don't know if he'll be ready for that fast CT flank from Mobs. Freshie obviously saving this gun for the following. No horse in this race here in round number 21. He's already been spotted. He's going to try to take as many players down with him, but they're not going to let him live, that's for sure. He'll get 1, then he'll be done. IDK finds a nice trade. Good crosshair placement from him, and Team 1, 9 map points now here on map number 1. Two Deagles, a CZ, an MP9, and a Scout for Phantom Troupe. Is another desperate investment, even more desperate than the round prior. And Team 1 want to end this game. They're going straight out towards A. They haven't done it as of yet in this half, and well, they're going to try it now. 1 for 1 is pace. As the continued aggression comes through, Mobs will find JT, securing an advantage now for Team 1 as they get the bomb down. Lickety split. There's Florence, Mise, and Cryptic left. MP9, Deagle, and Scout. I mean, what can they really do here? Not much is the answer. TRK finds the first. Mobs the second. The Scout of Cryptic will find 1, finishing off what his teammate started, but a second not meant to be. IDK finds the trade, and there's the score, ladies and gentlemen. 6-16 on map number 1. Write that down in my notebook, excuse me.